Everyone thinks the transfer window is a hard deadline, a closed door. Sign before it shuts or you're out of luck. That's wrong, and that lie is hiding one of the biggest money games in football. Here's the truth. The transfer window was never about stopping money. It only stops registration, the paperwork that lets a player actually step on the pitch. The money, the negotiations, those never stop. That's exactly how Trent Alexander-Arnold could agree to join Real Madrid months before his Liverpool contract even ended. The deal was basically done long before any window opened. Clubs just wait for the calendar to catch up. And once you see behind that curtain, it gets wild fast. Take FIFA's solidarity payments. Small rule, huge implications. When a club trains a kid from age 12 to 16 and that kid gets sold for millions years later, that small academy is legally owed a cut. Sounds fair, right? Except for almost 20 years, clubs just didn't pay it. Nobody enforced it. So in 2022, FIFA had to build an entire financial clearing system, basically a football bank, just to force clubs to pay debts they were supposed to pay for 2 decades. Imagine ignoring a bill for 20 years until someone builds a whole institution just to make you cough it up. Now here's one almost nobody talks about, the bridge transfer. FIFA actually has a name for it. It's when a player gets moved through a middle club, one that barely touches the deal, purely to dodge ownership rules or agent regulations. It's banned, on paper, but the fact that FIFA had to name and outlaw it tells you clubs were already doing it. Speaking of loopholes, in 2025, FIFA opened a strange mini transfer window just 10 days long, right before the Club World Cup. Officially, it was about letting teams prepare for the tournament. Unofficially, English clubs have to keep their financial losses under £105 million over 3 years, and that financial year ends June 30th, so selling players right before that window closed wasn't about football, it was about the books. Then there's the agents. FIFA tried capping how much they could earn. Big global rule, announced in 2022, it lasted about a year before courts in Germany, Spain, and England tore it apart. One ruling literally called it illegal price fixing. By the deadline, not one major football country had actually enforced FIFA's own rule. FIFA had to publicly back down. And the money involved is staggering. In just 1 year, clubs worldwide spent over $600 million on agents. English clubs alone accounted for $200 million of that, one country spending more on middlemen than most entire clubs earn in a season. Transfer bans get weirder too. Everyone assumes they're punishment for cheating. Sometimes they're just debt collection. Portsmouth once got banned from signing anyone, not because they broke rules, but simply because they hadn't paid Chelsea and Arsenal money they owed. And ownership? In 2015, FIFA banned outside investors from owning percentages of players, fearing money laundering. But today's multi-club empires can quietly achieve something very similar, developing a player cheaply at a sister club, then controlling exactly where he ends up. Same effect, just legal. The biggest bombshell, though, happened in 2024. A single court case most fans never heard of, the Diarra ruling, struck down part of FIFA's core transfer rules. Some experts think it could reshape football more than the Bosman ruling did in 1995. FIFA had to scramble out emergency regulations just to keep the system from falling apart. So next time someone says the transfer window is closed, remember, that's only true for paperwork. The real deals, the real money, the real power plays, those never stop. If this opened your eyes to how football actually works behind the scenes, subscribe because part 3 goes even deeper.